we do. Weekly look. Today is Friday, 24th of August. Time 5:45. Market close. Looking at the UK November 2018 week chart. We've got the yearly with monthly candles in front of us. We can identify we're seeing red at the moment. We've had a retrace down and we closed 179.65. Let's go straight down into the daily and see what we can identify. On the daily, right, what we got here. Last week we were here, this green candle here, and we were looking for a B. We were 50% of this level. We were just under the 190. Since then we failed to fill the gap back here. We're moving on my mouse over the present moment, and we failed to break above the 10 SMA on the short term. And what we've done this week, we've fallen every day down here to close at 179.60, with a low coming in at 78.20. Now from the high here, we've had a high of 198, 10% fall will be 178. So we can identify a high here, we can identify a swing low here that we're calling A. That comes in with a low 180.40. We closed below that tonight at 179.60 and obviously below the key level 180. Where to next? I'm looking for sort of like an A, B, C kind of move. If I just put that on here, we've got a high here, and then we come up to the B here, which we've tested, and then we break through the swing low here, A, and we go back to test C down here. That would come in on an indication of this move somewhere down here at 170. Do I think that's going to happen in the short term? If you look down here at stochastic, where I'm moving my mouse over at the present moment, we are heavily oversold. Plus, we've had 5 days of a falling market. We've sort of look at these candles here, sort of like hammer candles. They look to be finding a little bit of support. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have a little bit of a bounce early part of next week. May go out to test the 10-day SMA 184, but that would not be seeing it as a sort of a full retrace. Be looking as a selling opportunity to then come back and test 180 and break down to go to 170. Reverse of that obviously would be a break of the 10 SMA by a percentage or so many days, so that would be the following week after that. So at the moment, last week's report, we had 3 options. We had going up, back through the gap up to 200, going sideways or going down. We had the third option of going down this week. We've gone down with a thump. We've tested a swing low. We have gone oversold. We are 5 days. May look for a bounce early part of next week, but then still see, unless we get away from this 180 level, a test to go down and test the 170 in the short term. Longer term, on the longer term trend, we're still looking, bullish. Nothing's changed there. It's just in the short term, the market's got to retrace. It had got overdone to the upside. We're shortly, as we come into September, going to drop charting the November contract, and we'll obviously go be looking for the May contract. Just have a brief look at this. If you can see here, we did leave quite a few gaps on the May contract, and one came here at 100 and what was the low, 180, 184. We've come down to test that gap, and that's held on this May contract. So a little bit of support coming in on the longer term picture. And you can see here, if I move my mouse over the bottom here of this chart, you can see how oversold we are on the stochastic. So that would give me a second reason probably to look for a bounce, to probably go up and test maybe 190. But this is always key to me, this 60-day moving average, and that comes in at, when does it come in? It comes in at 177.90. That's going to be tested sometime shortly. So look for that. Bank holiday next week, short week. Let's see what happens, but looking for a temporary bounce. But if we don't get that, then it's straight down to 170. Thanks for watching, and I'll have an update this time next week.